Well, hello there. I'm Elizabeth with New Day Sensory Shop, and I know this may be looking familiar, but I am about ready to go to America, so we are doing some videos to make sure you have something to watch and that I can teach you something, hopefully. I'm not a great teacher, and I am trying really hard, so here goes nothing. Today we are going to learn about what is called the magic circle or the magic ring. It is super important, and you can watch a million tutorial videos and almost all of them will be different. So many people do this stitch differently. This is how I do this stitch. It works great for me. And then I'm going to show you an alternative to doing the magic circle, magic ring, especially with chenille type yarn, so that you don't have a lot of fraying and you can again have an alternative to something that a lot of people find difficult and is a more advanced stitch. Okay, let's go. So I've got this nice bright yellow today, Bernat Blanket Sparkle, and I've got my crochet hook, and I'll be ready. Now, I am also going to show you it with a chenille, and this one is Bernat. It's kind of a chenille, but not really. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I hold my hands. I've got this little string on my second finger. I'm holding it with my thumb. I wrap it around like this, and I make sure that I cross. Can you see how it crisscrosses like that? Let's see. There we go. Crisscross applesauce. Crisscrosses like that, and then I hold it like this. You don't have to hold that, I just do. Now I go under, like you're doing your shoes, over, around the tree. And then I pull up a loop and I pull it through. Then I go under the magic ring and I do a single chain, a single crochet, and another single crochet. Usually you do about 6 of these. And we have 6. And then you see this tail, you pull it tight and it gives you the perfect, I like to slip stitch into the top one, but your pattern will tell you how you do it. It just makes it more neat for me. But do you see how perfect that tightened up? And that gives you a nice tight ring to start your amigurumi in the round. So let's do this. I'm going to show you in a little darker color and see what we can do. Okay, you'll know my thumb is holding it with my middle finger, and I'm wrapping it around in an X in the back. And then around like this so that they're even and parallel. Under the first loop, over the second loop, and pull it up. And then I'm going to do a yarn over here and pull that through. That is essentially the magic ring right there. Now I'm still holding on to these so that this loop doesn't get lost. And I go under, yarn over, pull through, and do my single chain. You do about 6 of those, generally 6, 8, lots of numbers in that regard. 12, I think, is the most I've seen. And it just pulls tight. Now, it's not going to do it with one, so I'll have to show you with a couple. And I stick my fingers in there, and it makes it easier for me to keep a hold of it. Pull it tight. That is a lot harder to do with chenille. Now, I'm going to pull out the chenille and show you that technique again to get that perfect circle that we're looking for. Well, it has a small ball of orange. This is leftover from pumpkins and Halloween. Now, this sheds. Okay, you see this? Fluffs. Fluffs will come off it. And it makes it much more difficult to use. So I always tie a knot, and sometimes I'll even burn my ends, but I'm not there right now. So I'll tie a knot there to make that easier to work with. Now, again, same technique. I put my my thumb over my forefinger, wrap it around, make an X so that you have an X between the two. It's a lovely X. Okay, show it easier for you. And then around like that. Now I'm going to use the smaller hook. Under, over, yarn over, and pull the loop through. Well, it's not as easy as it looks, huh? There we go. Now, again, we do our, now this is where we have a few hankies. Again, we do our 6 or a couple. I'm probably going to do 4. And it works, but it's a lot harder to pull, and it gets stuck, and it can cause problems. Now, I can manage it sometimes, but sometimes I can't. And so because chenille is really hard, or because sometimes people have issues with the magic ring, I will do a slip stitch, a slip knot in the beginning, and chain 2. Chain 1, chain 2. In the first chain, you do your amount of single chains. So say it was 6 single chains, you do these all in the first chain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that make sense? I'm going to pull that because it made a little weird thing. But we still have a pretty good circle there. I'm going to, again, do a slip stitch into the top of the next round, because I think it makes it look neat and pretty. And it gives me the perfect circle. And I like neat and pretty. So if you're going for that, that's what you want to do. Alright, so I really hope that that tutorial was helpful for you. If you need me to go slower, if you have any notes on what I could do better in tutorial mode, I would be happy to have your comments and to learn what is better for you. I am just trying to do the best that I can with the equipment I have so that you can learn how to make a crochet amigurumi. Thank you so much, and I will see you. If you would like to learn our future steps, they are here and here. Please feel free to click on them. There's going to be a playlist of all of our tutorials after. Go ahead and go through them. Thanks. Bye.